There she is. Exactly what I needed.
8 hours later.
Will we see that 5.3 again? We'll never know. We are going to go on a little road trip again, and we're going to be grabbing this 18-foot trailer to pick up another body for my truck, because we've got these guys called the MTO kicking around who like to inspect vehicles and give you fines for not having safe equipment. Now, my truck has all new brakes, tires are good, steering is tight, engine's good, but my body's rotten because we like to spread a lot of salt around. We're gonna grab a southern body. At the same time, we made a video on this trailer, how to rewire it. It's probably a 2 or 3 year old video, and all the lights are still working. It's got all new rims and tires, and the brakes just need to be tightened, but they are in good shape. It's starting to look a little bit rusty. Now, an hour in the shop with a paintbrush and some trim pads, we're gonna make this trailer look brand new. And what that does, doesn't give the MTO an excuse to pull you over in the first place. Now, it is important to keep the reflective stickers on the trailer. They are expensive. You can get them online much cheaper than you can at stores. You can also go to transport truck places. They'll have generally a 150-foot roll for $100 Canadian, which is like 70 American. If you paint the entire trailer black, without leaving some of these stickers on there, it looks like crap and it looks like you're trying to hide something. So the trick is to make it look good and like it left the factory, but we don't have the 10-foot stickers. We don't have the, I do have some stripes. I might put some stripes on it. I don't have the big text sticker. So we're gonna paint and scrape over top of those. So here we go. We're gonna paint behind the wheel well as well. Just splash some paint on there. We're not gonna get fussy because all the stone and snow and rain is gonna knock all that off again anyway. But we're gonna check our brakes at the same time. You don't have to take your tire off to check your brakes. You can take your cotter pin out and your castle nut off. There's a couple different variations of it. Some of them are a one-time use, so be careful of that. Take special note of the rust on your rim. If you're getting streaks coming out of rust, means that your nuts are loose. You're gonna lose a tire. Retorque your tires every couple trips that you take, but we're gonna take the tire off. Now the brakes are magnetic. There's a left and a right. You should feel resistance on the pads. These are a little bit wore. There's a star adjuster at the bottom, and you can tighten it without taking the whole thing apart, but it's a giant pain in the butt because your axle's in the way. So it's just as easy to pull the castle nut off, pull your whole drum assembly off, look at your brakes, tighten them up, and basically you want to tighten, you want to expand that star adjuster. There's your star adjuster. Make it bigger until these pads just fit inside the rotor. Take a good look at the pads. Make sure you got some lining left. The front needs more than the back because as you brake, though it'll kind of bite into the pad, whereas this one has to do a lot more work. So this actually does more work than the back one. And if it gets too rusty or too dirty, just replace the whole thing. $100, you got a whole new brake assembly and you are good to go. Even though it looks like it's crusty as can be, I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, but there is never seas in there because I was the last one to do this. We can't stop this in Canada. The never seas will keep this so you can still turn it. As long as you can see the never seas coming out, you know that it's getting bigger. Try to put the drum back on and that's it. And then they are labeled left and right. Don't mix those up, otherwise your brakes won't work. Here we go. And you want to tighten the nut while spinning the drum. And then back it off a quarter. Or until you feel the resistance come off the nut. That's your preload. New cotter pin. A little bit of paint. And we're torquing the tires back on and we're good to go. Now you can grease your bearings at the same time. These are all still in really good shape. Lots of grease in it. There's no dirt in it, so we can leave it alone. This will get us through another 6 months where we will end up replacing all the drums and starting over. We'll check our bushings on our spring shackles at the same time then. But for now, this will get us through this road trip and off we go. All right, we're on our way to North Carolina to grab that half-ton Chevy that I'm gonna use as a body swap. Left that too this morning. I just passing through Pennsylvania, which is beautiful. Sun is coming up over the hills, and I'm just sitting here thinking I could cut out all my rockers and my cab corners, weld in a new floor, paint everything. Instead, I'm enjoying a nice drive with a beautiful sunrise, a good coffee, some snacks. Hopefully the truck pans out. We've got 9 hours to go, and really not much to film until we get there, but we'll see you there. All right, we are in nice North Carolina, and there she is. Exactly what I needed. The hood is no good, but mine is still okay. Fenders are good. The rockers are nice and clean, just starting to go, but we're gonna paint the bottom of it again just to match anyway, because there's a couple scratches. And we gotta pull one dent out here. The rest of the box, nice and clean. Tailgate's good. Typical handle issues. No rust on the bottom of the tailgate. I don't know what that is. And this side, nice and clean. So the door closes nice. And the interior, look at that, nice and clean. We'll be putting my seats in with my thing. Nice vinyl seat, which I have to replace with the carpet because the hole is in the wrong spot for the four-wheel drive. But they even cleaned the whole thing for $1,000. Not bad, and it starts right up. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of miss the nice quiet gas. Air conditioning works, but I think they took it mudding. So it needs a bath in the worst way. I can't bring this across the border like this because they'll tell me to go fly a kite. That's way too much mud. Underneath is disgusting, actually. Just stone chips on the rocker, a little surface on the front there, but nothing serious. And look at that, nice and clean, other than the mud. I think somebody took it joyriding. All right, so I put out on Instagram that if there was a shop that could help me pull the bed off and swap them, pull the cab, they could have a free 5.3 and a four-wheel drive frame. So Joe got a hold of me and said, you can use my buddy's shop, Greasetown Garage here in Buffalo. Joe says, go ahead, use my buddy's shop, but I get the engine. You got good friends. Where's Joe?
Thousand Islands broke down.
That's great. This is Travis, by the way. Yep. Travis, nice to meet you. Yep. And Matt, there we go. We're gonna pull my truck in, pull the bed off, throw that in a pile somewhere, and then put that bed on there, and then pull the cab off. So here we go.
There
you go. Much better.
If I can put the cap on. I don't know if I put it.
So that's the gas cap?
Yeah.
So that doesn't fit. So I gotta pull that off.
Code.
Oh, look at all the holes in the bed. What do they do that for? Oh.
Just need to dig it out.
There's a bolt there somewhere.
This is definitely not from New York. Hold on, we're good.
Yeah?
There we go. Alright, so we got the cab off, the fenders and everything, and we don't have any way to get it to the trailer, so this is what we came up with. It's reusing the frame and crossing wood here. So we're gonna push the frame forward to set the cab on and see what happens.
All right, so we got it on, ish. The box is on, the cab is on the trailer and strapped down. Guys, thank you very much.
Yeah.
No problem, he says.
No
but
problem. It was quite a bit of a problem. You know what? We made it happen.
So I never thought that it would take as long to get the cab on the trailer as it did to take the cab off of the frame. And you want to keep this grill.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
There you go. All right, so a deal's a deal. You guys get this beautiful gem. It actually ran pretty good. What are you guys planning to do with it?
Well, this is going in Joe's Ranger, who wasn't here, but it's, you know, gonna get a China turbo on there and 4-wheel drive square body Ranger turbo LS.
Nice. What year?
91.
Nice.
Yes.
If you want to see that build, you can go to JNK Racing. It's actually on the shirt.
On the channel right now, it's mostly ATVs and lawnmower builds and stuff like that, but there's gonna be a lot of LS stuff coming up.
Some car stuff.
Awesome, I love it. We're gonna go check out these lawnmowers.
I got a 4-cylinder Suzuki motor on a Chevy tractor on a Jacobson, which we're going to see.
All right, let's go check that out. Slow down, Speed Demon. No, that's joking. Keep going. Will we see that 5.3 again? We'll never know.
This took a while.
So what's a while?
So from December to beginning of June.
That's not bad.
So
To put a tracker engine into a lawnmower? What motivated you to do this in the first place?
so we had the Chevy Tracker kind of abandoned
Because we could.
because somebody we knew had this tractor sitting out in their backyard for 15 years outside, and he gave it to us, and the frame was tube from the factory, so it was kind of easy to work with. It wasn't a stamped frame, so yeah, it was because we could though.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's
why.
also a school
So-
project.
I was gonna do this anyway, but I had to do this senior project, and why not do
Why not
this?
put a car motor
Why
in
not
it?
do this?
Car
So,
motor and
so what was your grade?
100.
Oh.
Yeah. So everything is tracker?
Yeah, so the whole drivetrain pretty much came straight out of there. No, it was 4-wheel drive. I had to get a little creative with that to convert the transmission to 2-wheel drive, but it works fine.
You're the first person to convert 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, I made a lawnmower. I didn't buy any parts. I used only parts out of the transfer case to convert it to 2-wheel drive.
Nice.
The rear end is the same thing out of that straight axle. I cut that down, shortened that, and the axles and everything. So it just has the drum brakes in the back right now.
Nice. Still the fuel pump in the tank.
Yep, so it's just an eBay inline
Okay.
fuel pump. It's
Okay, yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's the original fuel tank there, and that's just hooked up to that. And yeah, so it's all fuel injected, everything. The radiators from a Honda Civic, it fits perfectly in the front. On that.
Our lights in.
Yeah, I still haven't got the lights in, but
It's a nice face, I love it.
this had a cast iron front axle, so I had to make new front end there that just mounted straight on the frame. This is all hard mount. There's no suspension. It's a tractor. So it's a rough ride, but
And it's got all the gears too.
yeah, 4-speed auto.
So what's top speed? Still like
well, it's the same as the tractor.
Tracker,
about
yeah.
100 or I don't know if it runs.
so 100 mile an hour?
Well, I don't know on the tracker if it ran out of gearing or if it ran out of power. So I don't know.
We're also
At least 100.
we're also a lot lighter.
Yeah, we got
Essentially
the,
driving
got the
a
hazards. That all works. So it's got the triangle hazard street legal there. So yeah.
Does it do wheelies?
No, it just spins the tires.
Oh,
Blows the
okay,
tire off.
yeah.
We gotta weld the diff because it just blows
Yeah.
one tire off, which isn't as fun.
Gone on
Those
the
tires
water.
are like 40 years old.
They are the original. 1970.
These,
So-
back
the
are
fronts,
brand
yeah,
new.
yeah,
The
okay,
fronts
yeah,
are
I was
40
gonna
years
say.
old.
yeah.
The back's all just straight out of the tracker and actually a nice tire, so. Yeah, so we still have the switch in here. So this is your normal mode for cruising. It'll kind of shift a little, it'll hold the gears longer. So, sport mode.
Good job, guys. This is amazing. If you haven't followed J&K Racing yet, you definitely want to now. The entire build's on there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, awesome. Check out this build, start to finish. And if you guys have any of the panels, or you know where to get them, then drop them a comment on one of their build videos. And it'd be nice to see this thing all buttoned up. Yeah, no, that's really, really cool. Good job, guys.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, exactly 48 hours ago, my alarm went off at 2 in the morning, and I headed down to North Carolina to grab this old girl. Got it done, got pulled over by a cop because my low beams quit working. So it's a wiring thing, couldn't fix it quick enough. And so I thought, well, I'll just run my high beams on the way home. I managed to meet a cop who then decided to go over the whole truck and trailer and let me go with a warning, because the truck, it actually looks pretty good. So the truck is looking better. The trailer looks pretty good. Now this is the same trailer that we did the wiring job on and that we took to Roadkill Nights. Check out that video. When I did my swap on my truck originally, that was 8-9 years ago, something like that. And that was my first swap actually. And there's a lot of stuff that I would do different. So when I rebuilt it again on the channel, I didn't change any of the wiring. I just plugged everything back in again as is, and I want to change a bunch of the stuff on the wiring. Is it worth doing all this stuff to it? Yes, it absolutely is. As soon as I saw the truck, there's a couple dents and stuff in it, and I'm like, it's not as clean as I would have liked. As soon as we put the bed on the truck, I'm like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. It just, for some reason, the paint is way brighter. This will all match nicely. We're gonna give it a good polish, and thinking about it, basically, I don't know how deep we're gonna get into it. Maybe we're gonna sandblast the frame and take care of all that and do it good once and for all. But basically, then it's a brand new truck to me. New trucks are expensive, so we're gonna keep the old one going. We're not gonna get into this just yet. This cab is just gonna go in the driveway for a bit. We got lots of other stuff to get going on. Lots of good stuff coming up. But I really want to say thank you again to all of you guys for watching and for tagging along on the Facebook group and Instagram. I was just thinking about that on the way home, how cool it is where you can make a post and say, hey, I need a shot. Met a bunch of cool guys. So big shout out to Travis, AJ, and Matt. Check out their channel. We'll put their link, we'll put them on the sidebar, I think. Remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich. Oh, I want to talk about the seats in my truck. I must have sat in that truck for 30 hours of that 48, sitting in that seat, and I feel fantastic. There is no other more comfortable seats than those trucks, which is why I love that truck. I'm going to bed. Good night.